Hi friends, this is DaintyTank. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to Bad End Theater. This is a brand new game. It's only came out about a month ago. It's the creator is actually looks to be part of the Alphabet Mafia, LGBTQIA plus universe. So want to acknowledge the content warning here. Content warning: blood, gore, violence, strong language. Please pay attention to that. But this popped up on my feed and I was like, oh, what's this? And apparently they are a creator who has made many games. And this is the first one that's available on Steam, which is where I saw them. So glad to see them on Steam to bring more people to their itch.io page. And I'll link all of that down below. With that, let's get started. This looks very fun. Enter! Click. Click, click, crackly, click, click, click. Welcome to Bad End Theater. On the stage, we shall be toying with fate. Yay! We know a lot about fate. Poke the Totoro for Fatal 12. You will make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. But first, allow me to explain how it works. To begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you like. That one. You are the demon doll. The human doll. I'm the demon doll. Welcome to the tutorial. Alright. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human doll? Attack it? Play nice. Wicked. Ooh. Play nice. You try to make friends with the human doll, but it kills you in cold blood. How ruthless. You found your very first bad ending. But don't worry, the story need not end here. Let's reset the stage and try again. This time, try controlling the other doll. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Hostile. Attack it. Play nice. You and the demon doll are able to set aside your differences and become friends. Why, this isn't a bad ending at all. I should have written out this possibility. It's just not suited to my theater whatsoever. Oh, so there's something that's controlling. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you choose during your last playthrough. Interesting. But now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay from that doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. Cool. Now, try turning the doll's behaviors on and off to see the different outcomes. Oh. You control demon doll, you're a fierce looking guy, just minding his own business. You kill the human doll in cold blood, how ruthless. Okay. Okay, what about them both? Oh. Okay. I'm done. Got it. Yeah, I get it. Game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your pace. Huh. Now, without further ado, let's start the show. Oh, hello. Welcome to the theater. Welcome to the Bad End Theater. Okay. The hero. You are the maiden. Ooh. You are the underling. You are the overlord. Yes! Ooh, Dainty want overlord. But Dainty feel connection to underling? Now we're gonna overlord first. You are the overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they'll leave you and your army alone, but they never do. You're still new to the whole overlord thing. If you're being quite honest with yourself, you don't really understand the politics of it. But remind yourself, everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You wouldn't let them bait you into being the evil overlord they expect. You think they're pretty cool and mature to hold your... You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to a higher standard like that. Oh my god, I love this. I love this game. Yes. Everyone is just doing their best, the overlord included. One of your underlings walks into the room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kinda bothers you. What do about this underling? Tell them to get back to work. Grant them a day off. Yeah. Tell them to go take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. A day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a while. Being the overlord sure is great. You wake to a huge commotion outside. Oh no! A hero has shown up. Starts totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? You rush onto the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. You curse at him, and very rudely inquire his reasons for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden who you're holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down an army, and you are unable to defeat him. With the decisive swings, he stabs and cuts you to pieces. You fall. You have failed your subjects. Your spite curses weakly. You wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never that much more powerful than the demons who served you. It was the title, the control that gave you the strength. These are your thoughts as you are swallowed by darkness. Conquered, overlord, end. Aww. Reset the stage. Okay. So skip. I can skip. Tell them to get back to work. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the catchall tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice, comfy overlord bed. All that lecturing makes you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quick. Just another one of those amazing talents as an overlord. Commotion. Okay, skip. Okay. So, no matter what there. Okay. Ooh. What is this? Oh, that's tutorial. Okay. Bad end. Okay. Let's go and check out what the underling did. You are the demon underling in service of the overlord. You are particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. You're not strong, but you're not weak. Good job, man. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come along all the way here to challenge the overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish your lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the Overlord to your friends. They agree that she's kind of a snob and totally deserves being kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. Oh my. You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. Let's overthrow her! Why not? Let's overthrow her! No, you're sick of this Overlord, holding you and your friends back. You agree that it's time to change the management. Your friends suggest you should be the new Overlord. You like the sound of that. You announce your first act of rebellion is to take the day off, like you wanted. Your friends aren't very impressed. You assure them you'll talk more about the assassination thing when you get back, which satisfies them. You sneak out of the castle to have some fun. The change of atmosphere excites you and spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. Oh, as you make your way along the path to a nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. You consider your options. Gobble her up. Hungry. Tell her to quit yelling. Oh, okay. Let's gobble her up, actually. Maidens are the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against the humans. Nom! Oh, that's horrifying. Start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought. Feel quite proud of that. Oh, you ate all of her. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see. Oh man, if someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander to a nearby village. The people are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't even done anything yet. Put on a show! Put on a show! You attack the nearby human. He's old and weak and his bones crunch delightfully. Your audience's screams grow louder. Applause. You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running towards you. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. That's great. Performer underling end. Oh my god. Oh, that definitely lives up to the content warnings. Oh, that's great. Reset the stage. Okay. Let's uncheck Tyrant. Let's see what would have happened if I had gotten the day off. You're a demon underling. Skip. She's surprisingly cool with it. Nice. You set out on your adventure outside the castle. Change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass wild and free. As you make your way along the path to a nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. Consider your options. Tell her to quit yelling. When your maiden realizes you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she started talking to you like your friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you, because why is there conveniently only one language in the world? Common. It's D&D Common. Facts. If demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make sense for them to have their own language? Yep. Infernal. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. You satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. They seem to be getting along just fine, so you decide it's about time for a nap. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sounds of battle. You emerge from your room to find that the hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk. Avenger fallen comrades. Oh, this is new. Let's save yourself. You look around and the lifeless forms of those you've known as far back as you can remember. You feel glad to not be in their shoes. You also feel guilty to be thinking that as you flee the castle until you remember your role as an underling, but as a demon. The kind of thing is expected of you. Maybe you'll start a new life, far away from any humans or demons, where you can live peacefully, alone, in some deep dark forest somewhere. Deserter underling. Okay, reset. Okay. Once more with feeling. Okay, skip. Tell her to quit. Skip. Avenge! Why does this guy think he is coming in here and killing everyone like it's some maniac? What did we ever do to him? You lunge for him while he's busy driving his sword into the guard, who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kinda down. Oh. You like that guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite into him, tearing his flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles. You feel his sword go through you, but there is no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile onto him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won. You've earned your rest. The victorious underling end. Fascinating. Reset. Okay. This is so cool. Alright, so let's learn a little bit about the maiden here. Okay, these are so cute. Like, oh my god, this art style is great. And it's just so fun. And it's quick, too. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord castle. Okay. You were told that you were fated to be captured by the overlord one day because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity? Who knows? You are in church and you pray to your god, asking why you have been born into this role of maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if you were to just hurry up and get captured already? You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon, just to, see what happens. Not long after your little adventure, Demon One Underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Shout for a hero to come save you. Oh, okay. Introduce yourself. You tell Demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you are thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken by the demon already. The demon doesn't seem to have really been listening to you, which is a little irritating. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. Yeah, they weren't listening, they were thinking. One train at a time at that station. After a long walk to the castle, you are introduced to the Overlord. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens, or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out, and something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough? A compet is strong with that one. You ask the Overlord what you should do to be more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little you realize they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She doesn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. You realize that must be why you never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of her servants getting killed off by them. You've always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same about humans. You may be different, but really, they're just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, do you think this place is far more interesting than the way things are back home? You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself. But spending time with this Overlord has been really nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. But then a hero barges into the room. Ugh. His clothes are stained by a dark liquid. It's dripping from his weapon too. You realize it must be demon blood. Something terrible has happened. Confused, the hero asks you what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The Overlord has walked past the hero and out into the hall. She's wailing. You can only guess what kind of horrible scene he's left for her. The Overlord tears the hero apart. In retaliation, you watch silently, unable to scream. The Overlord, who had just been getting along with you so well, has killed another human right in front of you. It's clear now that you have been deceived by her sweet words. Demons are ruthless monsters, after all. You somehow manage to slip past the Overlord and make it out of the blood-soaked castle. You never look back. Escaped Maiden and A. Whoa! Okay. Woo! Oh my god. Okay. So we're gonna skip Jeffrey Hero. You yell, but the hero doesn't come. Demon is put off by your sudden shouting and asks you to keep it down. You apologize. They seem more confused and hostile, which totally catches you off guard. Okay, so that was basically it. So if they were hungry, what happens to the maiden now? Skip. Oh, yeah. Let's try and introduce ourselves. Demon suddenly jumps you and starts biting a lot. How painful. This plan of yours is completely stupid, you think. Why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? You aren't angry or anything, of course. This was all your fault for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate. You guess. Bit by bit, you are swallowed by the demon until you are no more. Consumed maiden end. Interesting. Okay. Let's get to Hero and see what Hero does. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You were told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. but demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Oh, let's bravely slaughter the evil creatures. You make quick work of the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Ooh. Dutiful, cut through the demon army. Let's keep going, dutiful. You gather your courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another on your way to the Overlord's chambers. You find the maiden being held captive by the Overlord, just as you suspected. But for some reason, you can't sense anything sinister happening. You look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Destroy the Overlord. You lunge forward, driving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, then falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. She takes it. After slight hesitation, she must be surprised of how strong you are. You escort the maiden home. She's oddly quiet at the trek back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. The villagers are very pleased. What a good job you've done, slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage. They throw a huge celebration in your name. You are remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Triumphant hero end. That was horrifying. Oh my god. Not as horrifying as the underling completely eating the world, but that's fun. With that, I kind of want to know what changes in the maiden's route. Right? Introduce yourself. The hero suddenly dashes towards the Overlord. Sword drawn. Protect her. You selfishly throw yourself in front of the hero's blade, acting as a shield. It's funny, you think. You never could have imagined this would be the way that you die. The roles are all switched around, but it feels right to you somehow. You're glad your destiny turned out to be saving someone rather than being saved yourself. As your vision fades, you hope that everything turns out alright for your new friend. Sacrificial maiden end! Oh my god, we learn new abilities. Oh my god, we learn new abilities. What happens with the Overlord here? You grant them the day off. Tell them to get back to work. Stifling atmosphere and refresh their soul. Scurry off. Nap. But then, wake to a knock on your door. The underling has, from earlier, brought back some company. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her that you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I am not performing my role well enough? How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think the world puts too much focus on destiny and junk? Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. There. She insists that she stay and talk to you some more. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You wonder what to say. Tell her you better go home. Let her stay for a while. Ooh, but this unlocks a new one. Tell her you better go home. You'd love to have all your conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here would definitely cause trouble. You put up a mean face and tell her to get lost. But But the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but you also really want her to leave in case something bad happens. The whole situation is just asking for trouble, you think. Against your better judgment, you let her hang out for a little while longer. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not all what they expected them to be. You are glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kinds of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, and then not agitate them and get heroes sent after you. That explains why the people of my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You always thought of humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time and that you're actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. People in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. You can't tell if she's into you or not. You notice the sounds of battle have started ringing throughout the castle halls. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her it's only your underlings roughhousing. No big deal. You know, it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero bursts into your room. But he couldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stands there unsure of himself. He's covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servant's body in pieces, all strewn across your castle, it's really taken it out of you. The hero did this. There's so much blood. Why? Did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The maiden shouts something behind you. And you turn just in time to see her throw herself between you and the hero's blade. It pierces her chest, and she falls to the floor, lifeless. As the pool of blood beneath her grows, so does your rage. This hero has taken everyone from you now. You lose control, and the hero is obliterated. But your hatred for the humans has not yet been sated. You go on to destroy them all and become ruler of the entire world. Ho 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 ho! Vengeful Overlord and A. Ho ho! Okay, this is fun. Okay. Let's see what happens if I just turn the heck around. Skip. We're gonna flee like a coward. Freeing your pride, you escape with your life. But you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. No matter how you'll ever be able to rescue that maiden all on your own. If you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings, you take your chances at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. After a long trek, you make the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons that are all very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Ask if they'll let you in. You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you're here. They stare you down and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord maiden seemed to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Ask the maiden what's going on. The maiden explains that she was never actually captured and she came here on her own volition. That was pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. You ask her to return to the town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord draws the two of you to leave, and you casually exit the castle. You try to make conversation with the maiden, but she seems pretty quiet since leaving the Overlord's room. Is she shy? She suddenly stops in her tracks, and you turn your head to ask what the deal is. Oh. The Overlord's castle is engulfed in flames. Can't help but feel relieved you got the maiden out of there when you did, but she suddenly takes off toward the burning castle. Panic sets in, and you follow her to try to stop her. The smoke is so thick, you've already lost sight of her. What is she thinking? It's too dangerous to continue. You feel hopeless. You stand alone at the castle's gates. Your body won't allow you to take another step forward. No, going in there would be suicide. You'll return to the villagers. Tell them there was nothing you could do. You're too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. Bystander hero and me. What? What just happened? Oh my god, there's more. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Okay, so we've got the hero settled. I'm very interested in what in the world is happening over here now. Let's go back to the underling. You are a demon underling. She greets you and says she has a favor to ask. You consider your options. Let's hear her out. You're in a good mood today, and you're rather curious about what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to you, so it's kind of exciting. You hadn't guessed it would even be possible to understand each other before now. On and on about something I don't care. Skip. You didn't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what their deal is. They say they're planning the whole revolution. They're gonna get rid of the current overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or not. Being a pretty lazy underling, you choose to reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. Okay, let's kill the overlord. She's actually not so bad, guys. Oh, your death. Okay, let's kill the overlord. You tell them you were just joking and clarify that you're totally in to win it. They say you were always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the overlord, you know how bad it would be to end up on the wrong side of things. And if the assassination deal didn't pan out, you could always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of faux confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You follow your friends outside the castle to talk more about your plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they're going to go about this. They figured they'd just lock her in the room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. Go wrong in so many ways. You realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs, unless useless without someone's guidance. Your guidance? They'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on, and while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably a wrong way to go. Your friends agree, suggest that you play the assassin. You really don't want it to come down to this. But you can't back out now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. You and your friends turn to notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. Oh my god. They take off to the castle. Are they headed to the overlord's room? Fuck! Oh, this is great. I love it so much. The overlord will kill you for sure if she found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically telling the overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars! Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. Then they cry that it was all your idea, and then they were just going along with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. You can't believe how they'll tell the they tell the overlord such a blatant lie. You always knew better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have a choice here. You all shout at each other until the overlord demands silence. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in place, crushed beneath my heel. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. You hear your traitor's friends mutter something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. Oh, everybody's together! Oh, you're trapped in here with the Overlord and 2 humans. And the room bursts into flames. You pound the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. Hero joins you, vowing to slay the lot of them. You wish he'd get that chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat, and you cry for mercy. You were forced into this mess, and you're sure now that they would have killed you if you'd sided with her. But the Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. At least she made it quick. Ho 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 ho! Traitor. Wow. We just keep getting more and more. Oh my god. Oh god, there's 41 endings. 41! How are we gonna get there? Okay, this is a lot of fun. Super lot of fun. Let's try one more. Let's go with the Overlord, because it's been a while since we did the Overlord. You are the Overlord. Grant them a day off. Let her stay for a while. You can't bring yourself to send this maiden away. She just got here. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not all what she expected them to be. You're interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time it's the hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden, who was rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that the whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. The heart? You don't want the hero to take the maiden away from you. Ooh, ooh, ooh! You can let them go or keep her here. Oh, let's keep her here. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? She'll grant your wish. Tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you don't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. Oh, you have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She's frightened, and you'll understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. Take a step toward the maiden, and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. Something sharp pierces your back. The hero? No, he's already... It's one of your underlings. The maiden screams. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. They've done too much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has it happened to you? You've been slain by your own underling. Ho-ho! Betrayed Overlord and B. Fascinating! Okay. With that, we got 12. Let me know your thoughts. I'm having a grand old time, obviously. So, I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts on this game. The developer and all of their other games are linked down below. You can see their itch.io. Seems to... Their flag in the background of their icon was non-binary, which is really cool. And if they see this, hopefully, you are enjoying watching your game played, and also thank you for playing. I love all this. I love all you. I heart you all, and you know how this goes. Subscribe, like, come back next time, and you know what? I'll see you next time. Bye.